Hey guys, Lucas here, and it's been a while since I've made a video. Um, I've gotten some new equipment since then, gotten a new mic, gotten a tripod, new phone, better quality. So I thought it'd be a good time to make a video. And um, I kind of wanted to do one that was a little bit of an ode to one of my previous videos. It's actually the video that I have that has the most views. So I decided to do this topic on the topic of John Frusciante and Josh Klinghoffer. There's been a lot going on with the Chili Peppers, and I think since that last video, there's been so many updates on what has happened. I think even in that video, I had said that John Frusciante coming back in the band wasn't even going to be a thing, and at the time, we probably none of us expected it. It's just one of those things that kind of just played out. Life played out, and now we are in 2021, and that potential is possible. It's here. So, and I actually since then they have had this tour announced. It is going to be the tour with all these people like Thundercat, The Strokes, Anderson .Paak, and I have tickets to the Nashville show. Very excited. It's going to be my first time seeing the Chili Peppers with John. So let's talk about it. Let's just kind of dish this out a little bit. What I want to talk about the most is just kind of like what I think or what I'm expecting from the next album. Not exactly what I'm expecting, but what I think might it might sound like, and just kind of just discussing all that, and just kind of like what my thoughts are on certain past albums now that it's been some time that has passed, just all that. So let's start out with what had happened. So Josh Klinghoffer was in the band from 2010, I believe, maybe 2009 to 2019. 10 years, a decade. He really, he has a place in the Peppers. He has a place in the Peppers. He has 2 albums, maybe 3 if you want. You can say 3. He's earned his spot there. So it's they've done the Super Bowl, they've done several things with that James Gordon, just all that stuff. So it's important to realize that. But also, I gotta say, guys, I have been listening to The Getaway a lot recently, and I listened to it a lot before. I'm not denying that. I have, and I liked it before. I really enjoyed it before. It wasn't like it was a project that I didn't enjoy, but it's really starting to become a completely different thing now. Like I love it even more, and let me explain that a little bit. So when The Getaway came out, we had one studio album between John and Josh. So The Getaway, and then we had I'm With You in between. When I listen to I'm With You nowadays, it's there. I love it. I love certain songs off of it. But let me tell you something. I think I like I'm Beside You better. I'm just being honest. I think I like I'm Beside You better. There's something about it. There's something about the flow. There's definitely certain standout moments in I'm With You that I like, but I just feel like that it was such a change in the band that Flea, Chad, Anthony were kind of like, I wouldn't exactly call it playing it safe, but they weren't exactly like letting, I don't know, I guess I feel like Josh had a lot more that he wanted to kind of give, especially after Stadium Arcadium. I feel like Stadium Arcadium is such this big moment for the band. big moment. They got some Grammys. You know, it was so cool to witness the structure of that album. And so John really went out with a bang on that. When I'm With You came out, Adventures of Raindance Maggie, amazing, amazing. Look Around, Police Station. You know, there's some very standout moments on that. Then they released I'm Beside You, and I just feel like there were certain songs on I'm Beside You that I wished would have been on I'm With You in the finished product. So, fast forward, we're on The Getaway. Different producer, Danger Mouse. And the thing is about that album, I think, for me personally, is it's kind of like the Chili Peppers. It's very funky. It's very Chili Peppers-ish. It's very, like, its own thing, but it's also kind of soothing. I don't know if that makes sense. I feel like it's their most soothing album to date. In a good way. Very good way. Like I said, you still got some absolute rockers like Go Robot, very funky. You know, Detroit, I would even say, is, you know, something. But there are so many moments on that album that are just kind of like soothing. You know what I mean? It's like just okay. The Getaway, the track, The Getaway, into Dark Necessities, into We Turn Red is a vibe. You know, it's a vibe. And then you got Dreams of a Samurai, you've got The Hunter, you've got just all kinds of different things. You know, it's such a good album. And I've caught myself listening. Encore. What? You know, Sick Love. I mean, I could go on. And there's just, I feel like it's a front to backer for me right now. You know? I don't know if it's like the times, but I feel like this album really, really, really aged well. And this is coming from a perspective, like I said, from somebody that liked it previously. So kudos to Josh Klinghoffer. I'm so glad that you created The Getaway with them. Brian, you know, Danger Mouse. You know, I'm so glad that you guys had all came together and created The Getaway, because now I feel like with Rick Rubin and John Frusciante back in the mix, we're going to get something completely different. Because I feel like that Stadium Arcadium and By the Way are completely different. Californication and By the Way are completely different. Blood Sugar Sex Magic, Californication, completely different. I feel like they've always been able to kind of do this thing where they're still the Chili Peppers, but they create different. And now it's going to be very apparent coming from The Getaway and having that producer and a different guitarist, putting John Frusciante back in, putting Rick Rubin back in. I don't know what we're going to get, but I know that it's going to be awesome, and I'm very excited for it. But I'm also very excited that we have these 3 albums with Josh, just like One Hot Minute, that we can go back and listen, or, you know, even the ones with Hillel. We can go back and listen, and then we have this completely different sound. I feel like all the Chili Peppers albums up to this date have been their own feel. And that's what I love so much about this band. So what am I expecting, I guess, from this album? I don't know. And that's what the coolest thing is of them all, because it could be super, super, super funky. It could be super alternative. It could be this mix. It could be something completely different. I don't know. But I do know that getting those 4 brothers back together, if you want, you can even say 5 if you want to include Rick Rubin, getting them all together is going to be this super, super magical thing that I think is just going to cause this amazement. I'm very excited for this first single. I'm very excited that they had the pandemic to really work and really, you know, get to know their sound again, get to analyze stuff. I think that we are in for something very incredible. And And that's the main thing I wanted to say about this, but I also wanted to touch on the appreciation of how I'm feeling about the getaway these days. I mean, it's incredible. It's incredible. And I think that it's so beautiful that we're going to get an album after the getaway. Just like with When I'm With You came out after Stadium Arcadium and the getaway later on. Now we also not only get that sequel to Stadium Arcadium, since that's the last time all of these guys worked together, but now we get like something that's going to be on a completely different level than what the getaway was. And it's still so unknown. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's poetic. I'm very excited. Yeah, so just, let me know what you guys think. What do you think? Are you excited? How do you feel about the getaway? How do you feel about I'm With You? How do you feel about I'm Beside You? I want to hear it all. I want to talk music. I want to talk Chili Peppers. I love it all. So please, subscribe. I would love that. I love music. I love the community. I love the Chili Peppers. Just let's chat it up. Let's chat it up, and we'll see. I hope to see a lot of fans at these tours. I think we will. Great lineup of openers that they got to open up for them. I think that this whole thing is going to be this amazing celebration of having these four guys together and having John Frusciante back in the mix. I wish Josh the best of luck. I'm so proud of you for the 10 years that you did give the Chili Peppers. Thank you for everything. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.